One issue I frequently run into with sandbox and open world games is that the world eventually becomes stale. After enough hours in a save, I already know where everything is. I know where the towns are located, which NPCs live there, what resources are nearby, and what I can expect to find when I arrive. Even starting a new playthrough doesn't always solve the problem. The character is new, but the world isn't. So I still know where important locations are and how the world is structured. There are already ways to temporarily fix this problem. I can play a different game, obviously. I can install a mod that adds new content. I can download a custom map. But the issue is that these solutions eventually run into the same problem. Given enough time, the new content becomes familiar as well. What I really want is a world that can continue creating new content on its own, not through infinite terrain generation or randomly spawning points of interest, but through the actions of the NPCs that already live in the world. One way to accomplish this is by allowing NPCs themselves to create entirely new locations over time. So I've created a simple system that allows NPCs to do just that. I call it the settler system. Some NPCs are given the settler personality trait. So settlers prefer to have a permanent home, and they just want like a place to live, work, and spend most of their lives. So if, like, for whatever reason, a settler doesn't have a home location, they will begin wandering the world in search of one. This could happen because they were generated without a home, their previous settlement was destroyed, or they simply just decided to leave. Each settler keeps track of how long they've gone without a home. If they find a suitable location before the timer expires, they settle down and the timer resets. If they don't find a home within like a configurable amount of time, let's just say like, I don't know, 1 in-game year, they stop searching and create a new settlement right where they stand. So from the player's perspective, a brand new location just suddenly appears on the world map. But from the NPC's perspective, they simply got tired of wandering and decided to build a home for themselves. The result is that the game world can continuously expand and change over time without requiring handcrafted content from the developer. The obvious benefit of the settler system is that it creates new locations over time. A player who has spent years in the same save file may discover settlements that didn't exist when the game first started. Areas that were once empty wilderness can slowly become populated as settlers establish new homes. And this also helps make different playthroughs feel unique. So like imagine starting 2 games with the same exact world seed. In one playthrough, a settler establishes a fishing village along the coast. In another, a different settler creates a settlement near a mountain range that is rich in resources. Over time, those locations may attract different NPCs, produce different goods, and develop in different ways. The map may have started the same, but it won't stay that way forever. So like most importantly, the system gives the player a reason to keep exploring. So instead of learning every new location once and never being surprised again, the world can continue generating new places to discover long after the initial world generation is complete. So the goal of the settler system isn't to create like an infinite world. The goal is really to create a world that doesn't stay the same. So as settlers wander, establish homes, and create new locations, the map slowly changes over time. Areas that were once empty wilderness can become populated, and locations that didn't exist when the game started can become important parts of the world. Instead of relying entirely on the developer to create new content, the NPCs help create some of it themselves. Yep, and so that's pretty much it for this video, and thank you for watching.